What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the doubleheader. This is the NFL Week 10 recap slash Week 11 preview, where we get into literally everything from fucking the Bills dominating Mike White, putting his ass back in his place, the Patriots fucking dominating the fucking turds, the turd fucking helmets. You know what I'm talking about. The fucking Cleveland Steamers, the Browns. And of course, who can forget about the upsets? Brady looked like shit. The fucking Rams looked like even bigger shit. And shenanigans. Let's get into it. Hey man, we got mad upsets. We got upsets fucking from California all the way to fucking New York, man. We got them all over the fucking place. So to start things off this week, we got just some real fucking bullshit. Like, we're gonna get into some weird fucking bullshit, such as the Dolphins beating the fucking Ravens 22-10. Where did this come from? Where has this Dolphins team been all year? What the fuck? What is this shit? Honestly, like, you play like complete ass most of the fucking year, and suddenly you're competent enough to beat this fucking team. Granted, it is in their home stadium, which does make kind of a difference, because you know that Miami Heat's a little fucking different for like more of a northeastern team, and the Baltimore Ravens, who are typically used to the cold weather. This is kind of usually what happens to Brady in the cold weather, or rather the hot weather when he's playing in the cold weather, because you see a really big difference in these quarterbacks play. And that played into the hands of the Miami Dolphins, who at 3-7 are just like, hey guys, we're gonna make a playoff push, even though there's like fucking 8 other teams trying to vie for wild card spots. Like, good luck, Miami. You're fucking yourself, really. I forgot whose draft pick they have. I think they have the Eagles pick. So I guess just keep trying to win. I would say. Well, it doesn't really hurt or help you, to be honest. It just gives you guys more reps. You know you're going to get rid of two at the end of the year. You know you're going to get fucking Deshaun Watson. So, like, why... I guess you can keep morale high for this year. And Brian Flores is probably trying to keep his fucking job. So that's probably a big reason, too. As for Baltimore, though, like, what the fuck, bro? I knew it was going to come crashing down at some point, because you can't rely on one fucking dude for that long. Like, Lamar Jackson is literally a one-man show out there, and eventually it had to come bite them in the ass, which it unfortunately did on Thursday night. But props to the Dolphins. Moving on. Cowboys over the Falcons. Absolute fucking obliteration. 43-3. This was over at halftime. It was over like halfway through the second quarter. Like, everything was going fucking Dallas's way. It really snowballed from the fact that Atlanta couldn't capitalize on a 4th and 7, where I believe they should have taken the field goal there to make it 7-6. But instead, they decided to go for it, because I feel like everyone goes for on 4th down now, which, granted, I approve of. But in certain situations, you just have to take the fucking field goal. And that was absolutely one of those situations. Because once you didn't get that, once you get the ball back to the Cowboys in really good field position, like for around like their own 45-ish, they marched down the field. It was just fucking up and down the field for the Cowboys. They got that touchdown. They had momentum in the next drive. Pressure goes back on the Atlanta offense, and they fuck up, and then it just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs from there till you get to a point where it's fucking 43-3. And you're questioning, is this Atlanta team still have any like mental prowess left to actually fucking maybe be a playoff team? I say no. I don't see it. I think Calvin Ridley not being here is going to hurt them immensely. And now I'm hearing Cordell Patterson's hurt too. So, like, it's done, bro. Hopefully they don't rally against the Patriots on Thursday, because we do not need to see that shit, all right? The Pats are moving in the right fucking direction, and they're going to get to 7-4 and beat these fucking dirty birds. Props to the Cowboys anyway. They got their mojo back. They got their fucking mojo back. Or rather, I should say Dak got his mojo back. Good for them. Moving on, we have another fucking just a shocker. On the level of the Dolphins beating the Ravens, the way they did. Like, not only did Washington beat Tampa 29-19, they did it they literally did it by 2 possessions. Granted, it was down to the wire, but Washington had one hell of a fucking drive at the end of the game to just put the game out of its misery. Basically, they had like a 10-minute and 30-second drive or something to end the fourth quarter. It was just methodical. It was typical fucking Brady in the later years of the Patriots. Just fucking methodical, 15-play drive, take up all the fucking time on the clock. It doesn't matter who the fuck you have on offense. It did in this situation because you're throwing to fucking what the fuck's his name? Antonio Gibson. I believe that's the running back's name. You're throwing to him. You're handing it off to him. You're throwing to fucking Scary Terry McLaurin. You're throwing to Curtis Samuel and Logan Thomas. Like, it's a plethora of weapons. They did lose Chase Young for the year. He tore his ACL, which fucking sucks, dude. Because, like, this could have been the start of something big for Washington. I'm not sure if it's more like them starting something good here, or it's just Tampa, a la Tom Brady, is in a bit of a slump right now. You know, it sucks to see it, but on the other end, you have fucking Mac Jones ascending in New England, and I don't want to see my dude doing bad, my old dude Tom Brady doing bad, but it's nice to see old Mac Jones doing really fucking good. I clearly picked the right side here. I love me some Tom Brady, but I've loved these Patriots for too goddamn long, and I couldn't leave them. The Bucs will be fine. They're just like I said, they're in a bit of a slump right now. I feel like Brady's teams always have these kind of like slumps in the year. They'll get their shit together. They did just come off a bye, so that kind of plays into things a little bit. But I wouldn't look too much into this. They're gonna find their fucking magic again when they start getting healthier and healthier. Once you get fucking AB back in the mix and Gronkowski and their defensive backs start coming back, they'll be fine. Maybe not the 1 seed. They might have fucked themselves out of that. Who knows though? I mean, there's no clear favorite in the NFC at the moment between the 5 teams, whether it's the Cowboys, Packers, Bucks, Cardinals, and the Rams. Although I don't even know about the fucking Rams now. We'll get into that later. They got fucking dominated for the 2nd week in a row. Like, what the fuck? Tampa will be fine. Props to Washington anyway. I mean, they're 3-6 right now, so like nothing's really like it. Maybe wild card, maybe like that's a big maybe. I don't see it happening though. Props to them anyway. Moving on, we got the Titans over the Saints, 23-21. Good effort by Trevor Siemian and the Saints. They did all they could. I mean, they were down, I think, like 23-7 early on. They rallied back. They almost tied the game, but it wasn't enough. They went for 2 at the end. They just couldn't get it. The Titans barely hung on to win this game. Not to say this isn't an impressive win by the Titans, but when you fucking factor in who's playing quarterback for the Saints, like it takes it down a notch. These Saints were really fucking good. If you really look at them, they beat up on the Patriots earlier on in the year. They fucking they blew out Green Bay. Granted, that was kind of an anomaly. 38-3 with Jameis. They did get blown up by Carolina, led by Sam Darnold the week after. But you've seen the kind of potential this team fucking has, even without fucking Michael Thomas, who would just make this fucking team even that much fucking better. And hopefully he does return next year because he is sorely fucking missed for the Saints, who gotta have no fucking money left because, like, I know they're always at the cap or, like, right by the cap every year. And granted, it is a higher salary cap, so they might be able to fuck around the salary cap a little bit, but they gotta do something. They should have signed Cam Newton, honestly. They might have to fucking lure like Phillip Rivers or Drew Brees out of retirement at this point because you can't just roll with Trevor Siemian, man. You have Super Bowl caliber talent here in mainly the defense and obviously Alvin Kamara. You got the talent here. Make a fucking move. If you want to do something this year, fucking go get a guy. Don't be fucking settling for some fucking Joe Schmo like Trevor Siemian, who has been playing decent, but he's not someone to take you to that next level. You might get to the playoffs with Trevor Siemian. You're not going nowhere with Trevor Siemian. That's about it. Props to the Titans. They have they're tied for the best record in the league right now at 8-2, I believe. 8-2. Yes, 8-2. Got that right. They're rolling on with that Derrick Henry, man. They're fucking they're impressive, man. New England's got them coming up in a couple weeks. That'll be the measuring stick for them. For both teams, it will be. Props to them anyway. Next up, we got the Colts over the Jaguars, or Jaguar. However the fuck you want to say it. I've been criticized for the way I say Jaguar. Fuck it, it's the Jaguars. 23-17 Colts. The Jags were riding high after their fucking their big win over the Bills last week, 9-6 or 6-9, however you freaks want to fucking put it out there. They were up to the test. They almost fucking took down the Colts, but the Colts are clinging to their playoff hopes by dear fucking life at 5-5. It's impressive where they're at right now, to be honest. As they're starting up, I believe like 1-3, 1-4. They're almost back in the thick of things. Not much else to say about this game. The Jags are the Jags. They ain't doing shit this year. They might have the occasional fucking weird upset over like the Bills or whatnot, but they're not gonna do anything this year. Props to the Colts anyway. Next we have the Bills over the Jets, 45-17, and this broke my fucking heart because fuck it, Mike White let me down, man. This is what happens whenever you fucking believe in the Jets, man. They reach in your heart like it's fucking Mortal Kombat and just rip that shit out like fucking holding that shit up like a trophy. That's the Jets mantra, man. You believe in someone and they'll fuck you right over. See, that might work in Zach Wilson's favor because I don't think anyone believed him in the first place. So he can come back. He can come right back in and take the job whenever he's ready. There's no real controversy. Mike White has had some good games, but I feel like that forearm injury in the last game pretty much fucked him. It's so unfortunate too because he was obviously playing the best stretch of his fucking career, of his life, and for this to happen, it's just so fucking tragic, man. So fucking tragic, man. It's awful. You hate to see it. The Bills reasserted their might. They beat up on the Jets. I feel like that's usually what fucking really good teams do. But the Jets have a history of, like I said, of beating good teams. They beat the fucking Bengals, who I would still consider a good team, even though they've had a bit of a slump lately. And they beat the Titans without fucking Julio or AJ Brown. But I feel like Julio's out every fucking week anyway, so it doesn't even fucking matter. They had Derrick Henry, and they beat him. Any given Sunday with these fucking Jets. It just unfortunately wasn't last Sunday, because they got the shit kicked out of them, and it was not fucking competitive really after halftime. Props to the Bills anyway. Whatever, Mike White. Done. Next, we have the very, very rare tie. The Lions and the Steelers tied at 16 in overtime. Well, I mean, at the very least, the Lions can say they'll be the first 16-1 team. That's something, I guess. That's still fucking historic. The Steelers, on the other hand, they didn't have Big Ben, which you could say was actually like a positive in some fucked up way, but I feel like he would have gotten them over the edge here. I don't know why you're struggling against the Lions. Like, I get they've had competitive games this year, but it's the fucking Lions. And for some reason, the Steelers are 5-3-1 right now. Like, they're fucking hogging up that 5 seed right now in the AFC. They need to get the fuck out of there because no one wants to see them in there except for the fucking Steelers fans. Those fucking yinzers out there, man. We don't want those fucking problems. They are going to be a fucking boring watch. They're going to get bounced in the first round. It's not even going to be fucking cool. I want them out as soon as fucking possible, if at all possible. And this tiebreaker is either going to really help them or really fuck them. And I'm hoping it's the latter. Please, let it be the fucking latter. Next up, we have just something special, man. Something that really warmed my heart. It's the Patriots over the Browns 45-7. Man, this is just fucking great. The Browns scored early. They were up 7-0. Baker was feeling himself. He was like, yeah, we're about to beat the Pats. 45 points later, they just fucking steamrolled Baker Mayfield and the Browns. This was just a fucking obliteration, man. And the cherry on top of all this fucking just destruction and Mac Jones being damn near perfect, Ramondre Stevenson being fucking great, Kendrick Bourne, obviously Hunter Henry was a beast with 2 touchdowns. On top of all this shit, even if it was garbage time, Jacoby Myers finally got that fucking first touchdown. I'm so happy for him because he's been so fucking good for quite a while, for the last couple of years for the Pats, and he's never had one. And to finally see him get one, it's great, bro. Brings a tear to my fucking glossy red eyes. We're looking like Super Bowl contenders, man, and it makes me fucking proud to see it. I hope we do see it. You never fucking know, because no one's really stepped up and asserted themselves as the best in the AFC, and the Pats just might be primed to do it. A man can dream. Next up, we have the Vikings over the Chargers, 27-20. I can't make heads or tails of either of these fucking teams, dude. One week they're fucking world beaters. The next week they're fucking they pull bullshit like this. The Vikings and Chargers are like almost like mirror images of each other. Just an immense amount of fucking talent. Granted, Chargers clearly they fucking have the better quarterback, but you can argue Minnesota has the better pieces on offense. Eckler is not as good as Cook. Thielen and Jefferson are fucking amazing. I've been on this tirade before. They're amazing. Williams and Keenan Allen, they're really fucking good too. But the fucking Vikings receivers are like right here, and the Chargers are right here. They slightly get the edge in my opinion, but that quarterback is what really balances the playing field, you know. The Vikings played up to their talent yesterday, and they fucking they took down the Chargers. It was seen a few weeks ago as a quality win to beat the Chargers, but as it now goes, I don't know. They feel very 500-ish. Like, very, very 500-ish. I'm not sure if they can still make the playoffs. They do have the tiebreaker over the Chiefs, who now lead the division. They just got to catch fire, man. The talent is there. The talent is absolutely there. They just have to play up to it. The same shit with the Vikings. If you want to make the playoffs for both of these fucking teams, play up to your ability as much as you fucking can. Especially the Chargers. Justin Herbert, I expect better of you. You are fucking top 5 worthy. Absolutely. Fucking top 5, top 3 potential. Easily. You're playing like a top 10 quarterback right now, but I know you can be a fucking top 5 quarterback. MVP candidate for sure. Kirk Cousins, not so much. He can be a top 10 quarterback, though. Borderline top 10. But he doesn't have to be a top 10. He could be top 12. Just don't turn over the ball. Be a little aggressive when you have to be. Get the ball to Thielen and Jefferson. But also don't be afraid to set up the play action with Dalvin Cook. And get the receiver to those. And get the ball to those fucking amazing receivers. Simple as that. Props to the Vikings anyway, keeping their season alive at 4-5. Next up, we have the Eagles over the Broncos, 30-13. So much for that fucking big win against the Cowboys last week for the Broncos. Back down to earth they come. Bullshit ensues. Bridgewater's back to stinking. And the Eagles are kind of hanging in there a little bit. At 4, was it 4? Yeah, 4-6. They're staying in there slightly. Just fucking barely they're hanging in there. I don't see them doing anything this year, but I mean, crazier things are possible. Crazier things have happened. I don't believe in either of these fucking teams. So moving on. Next we have the returning Aaron Rodgers with the Packers taking on the Russell Wilson returning led Seahawks. Packers won 17-0. A fucking shutout. Wilson was doing everything he could in this game, but he was just way too fucking rusty. There was no chemistry there. It was like, it just wasn't working out, dude. The chemistry, it takes probably a few weeks to get back in the motion of what's going on, because he's been out for a long time. And unfortunately, he was gone a little too long, because this game was basically do or die for the Seahawks. And unfortunately, they chose the latter, and they rolled over and died. Aaron Rodgers was not perfect in this game by any stretch of the imagination, but he was good enough. They They weren't amazing on offense, but they were good enough. And they got the W here in a low-scoring shutout, but still a shutout nonetheless. Next up, we have the Chiefs over the Raiders, 41-14. I've been calling this shit for weeks. Mahomes and the fucking Chiefs are going to find their mojo. And this week is when it finally fucking happened. And just in time, too, because they got the Cowboys coming up next week, and I can't wait to preview that game. Because that is my game of the week coming up, and I can't wait to fucking talk about it. The Chiefs, they looked like themselves again, man. They were taking the short stuff. They were taking the underneaths. Mainly Mahomes was, I should say. They were running the ball efficiently. They were fucking... they were taking advantage of the mismatches. They weren't doing too much. That's what I fucking really loved about what they were doing. It was good to see them go back to the basics, because you set up the basics, you set up the running game, you set up the play action, everything else will fucking work. That's all you have to do. And the proof is in the pudding. You see it right there. You saw it in the fucking game on Sunday night. The Chiefs are back to who they fucking were. The defense is playing better. If the offense plays good, the fucking defense usually follows suit, because they're inspired, because they feel like they can actually like do something. And when they feel inspired, they're not too fucking bad. But the problem is the offense wasn't in sync for the most of the time, and that was really fucking biting them in the ass. But now the offense is back to where it is. Order is restored in the AFC, and who knows, the Chiefs might be the 1 seed at the end of the year. It's still up for grabs, and they're right in the thick of things. Props to them. Raiders are free falling. They're not doing shit this year. Too much fucking controversy, too much bullshit. Derek Carr is a good quarterback, but he is not good enough to fucking overcome all this bullshit that's been going on for the Raiders. Moving on, we have the last game of the week. It's another fucking upset. The 49ers over the Rams, 31-10. What the fuck is going on with Matt Stafford and the Rams? Mainly Matt Stafford. Like, he's just been throwing picks left and right. Like, pick sixes mainly, too. So they've really been fucking hurting the team. I don't get it. Like, you had OBJ in this game. You had fucking Aaron Donald in this game. Well, obviously Aaron Donald. You had fucking Von Miller in this game. You have all these pieces, all these fucking superstars, and you go and get fucking popped by the fucking 3-5 49ers out of nowhere. The Niners just suddenly woke up when they're like, hey, remember when we went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago? Remember when we were really fucking good? And they were feeling nostalgic today. And they wiped the floor with the Rams. Of all fucking teams to do it to, you do it to the Rams. I don't know how to feel about this game, because, like, there's been fucking weird upsets going on for, like, not even this week, like, all fucking year. I don't know how to take it. I feel like the Niners could probably be the 7 seed after watching this. Because the Rams, even if they're not playing well, this is like a stupid amount of fucking talent. Like, come on. It's an unbelievable amount of fucking talent. And they fucking destroyed them. Like, how does this happen? If Stafford just cuts down on the picks, like, just take more checkdowns. You don't have to bomb it deep every time. I think Robert Woods being out might have hurt them a little bit. But still, OBJ's a hell of a fucking replacement, even if you don't have chemistry. You still have fucking Cooper Kupp, who they're probably fucking tripling and quadrupling maybe in some circumstances. Just run the ball more. Take your checkdowns. Throw to fucking Van Jefferson. Get Odell integrated a little bit. Not a lot, because he's still fucking new to the team. But they'll find their fucking confidence again. I don't know if they've hit their bye week yet or not. That'll probably help out a bunch. I don't know what to make of the team, man. I don't see them as number 1 seed material, but they could just fucking sneak their way into it. They can be had. They can fucking be had. And I'm starting to see why exactly Stafford wasn't successful in Detroit all these years. Maybe it wasn't all fucking Detroit. Like, come on, dude. You had fucking Calvin Johnson. You had Megatron in his fucking prime for about 8-9 years. You had Ndamukong Suh. You had talent. You could have at least won one fucking playoff game. But I would give about 45 of the blame to Matt Stafford for what happened in Detroit. Like, if the other 55 the Detroit curse because it's fucking Detroit. But the way he's been playing has not really been fucking helping too much in the circumstances. It is what it is. Maybe it's another blip. Who fucking knows? Props to the Niners. They could possibly be playoff bound. Who fucking knows? They do have Jacksonville coming up, so that's probably another dub right there. Not an easy one, though. The Bills learned that fucking last week. So that was week 10. I appreciate you guys listening to this. I'm going to take a sip of water because my throat is parched, and when you smoke too much, you get fucking cotton mouth. And then we're going to start week 11 preview. Boom. Alright. Starting off week 11, it's the Patriots at the Falcons. And shit. The Patriots come in as 7-point favorites. Interesting. I usually don't do the spread here, but when you look at the spread, it kind of tells you everything that you need to know about like what people are feeling. And the Atlanta just got fucking destroyed last week, and New England's coming off of a destruction of the Browns. So it's interesting to see how each team will respond to this. The Patriots are the Patriots. They're not gonna fucking get too hungover and just overjoyed from getting one win, because they obviously see the bigger picture. Bill fucking preaches to them all the time, I'm sure, about the fucking 6 Lombardi trophies that they have. Just the bigger picture. One regular season win is nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's nice to have, but we obviously see the bigger picture here. We see a fucking first round bye. We see the AFC Championship game, and more importantly, we see a fucking Lombardi trophy being placed in the fucking case of Foxborough, Massachusetts. And this is a rematch of Super Bowl 52, I believe. You know, the whole 28-3 fiasco. The Patriots just look like a fucking team on a mission. Mainly fucking Mac Jones looks like a man on a mission. They keep doing what they're doing, man. They're going to roll over the Falcons. I'm not expecting them to roll over the Falcons. I see them winning probably by like 10 points. Nothing too crazy, because even though the Falcons don't have Calvin Ridley and they don't have fucking Cordell Patterson, most likely, they'll still have Kyle Pitts. I can't name another one of their fucking wide receivers, I'll be honest. But I just wouldn't. Oh, they have Gage. He's not too bad either. They're still going to put up points. Like, if there's one thing this team can do is fucking put up points. Save for last week, obviously. They fucked themselves, and it just got horrible. So, yeah, obviously I'm picking the Patriots here to get 7-4. No fucking brainer. Next up, we have the Packers at the Vikings at 1 o'clock. This is a tough game to call because you never fucking know the Vikings, like I've said previously in the video. They're so unpredictable. They're so fucking just so random. Like, I can't make heads or tails of these fucking Vikings, dude. The Packers have had a couple blips in the year. They lost 38-3 to the Saints in the first fucking week of the year. You can't tell these fuckers. It's me, COVID. Yeah, I feel like Green Bay will probably get the dub here. Not really a hot take, I would say. But it goes back to the whole like I own you thing with Aaron Rodgers. Like, he could be saying that about the Minnesota Vikings because he's pretty much owned them. Obviously, you can say about the Lions, but the Vikings, that's a little more prestigious. They never had a ring. Granted, the Bears have only had one, and I've been over that whole fiasco. Watch my fucking Bears video I just uploaded a little while ago. Just a bunch of bullshit. A-Rod owns this division. He's gonna win this fucking game. Minnesota, it feels very 500-y. I could see them as like an 8-9 ball club, and they'll probably hold on to Kirk Cousins at the end of the year because that's just like that's the Vikings thing to do. They might fire Mike Zimmer. I can totally see that. I feel like their last couple of years have kind of been pretty underwhelming. They did have a playoff win a couple of years ago over the Saints, but I don't think that's gonna be enough, man. They were. I believe they missed the playoffs last year, and I I feel like it's time for change in Minnesota, honestly. I really do. Quarterback and coach or one or the other. I would prefer coach and quarterback, but I feel like it will just be coach, and they're going to hold on to Kirk for maybe one more year. Who knows? Yeah, Green Bay gets the dub here. Next up, we have the 49ers at the Jaguars. And like I said earlier, the Niners have an opportunity here to get back into the playoff mix. And I feel like they'll probably do it over the Jaguars. It'll be a fucking really close game because for some reason Duval County has a history of getting these upset wins like the Jets do for some fucking reason. Now, if only they can do this shit over the course of a year, now you're talking about a playoff contender. But unfortunately, they only fucking can do it like a once in a blue moon type deal. But when they do it, it's fucking impressive. I just don't see it happen in this game. I see the Niners going to 500 and getting to the getting to 5-5, and beating up on the Kitty Cats. Next up, we have the Colts at the Bills. This will be a pretty good game, honestly. I remember the AFC wildcard game they had last year. It was really fucking entertaining, man. I hope the game here is something even close to that, because on paper the game looks interesting itself. I don't want to see Buffalo just totally fucking annihilate the Colts, because the Colts have a lot of upside. What they need to do here is obviously establish the run, just shorten the game, just the old fucking Giants strategy against the Bills back during those Super Bowls in the 90s. Just shorten the game, take the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. The Colts can do that. They have a really good fucking running game with Nyheim Hines and fucking Jonathan Taylor. I don't know if they still have Marlon Mack or not, but fuck, it's an amazing three-headed monster if you do. Carson Wentz, don't turn over the ball, obviously. He's prone to be making those fucking big mistakes and like just shooting themselves in the foot. Like with these fucking shooting himself in the foot, basically. And just fucking the team over. I don't want to see it happen because I don't mind. I kind of like Carson Wentz as a quarterback, honestly. He can still be something really good in this league. But he has to be perfect against the Bills if they want to get the dub here. I don't see it happening. I unfortunately see Buffalo getting the dub here. I would absolutely love for a Colts win here, but I believe it's going to be a Bills win. Next up, we have just another shit bowl. Actually, no, our first shit bowl in a while. Dolphins at the Jets. Who gives a fuck? Dolphins, I guess. I'll go Dolphins because they have a little bit of momentum. And who knows who's going to be starting for the Jets. I guess at this point it doesn't really fucking matter. Next up, we get the Lions at the Browns. Do the Lions have any kind of momentum going in this game? I mean, do you get momentum off ties? I don't get it. It's like Cleveland is obviously going to win this game. It better not be close because Cleveland is teetering right now. They're 10-point favorites right here, but you have to beat the shit out of the Lions, man. I get that they're kind of competitive, but if you're fucking Baker and the Browns, you have to win this game. You have to win this fucking game convincingly. You have to fucking reestablish some confidence in this team if you want to get to the playoffs. Like, this is make or break time. If you don't beat the Lions, you're not going anywhere. I'm sorry to say it. That'll be the end of this whole fucking Browns hype shit that's been going on since the beginning of the offseason and the end of their playoff game in fucking January against the Chiefs. So yeah, you better win this game, Browns. I'm picking you guys. Don't let me down, boys. Next, we have the Ravens at the Bears. Easy pick here. The Bears have been kind of finding themselves lately, or rather Justin Fields has been finding himself lately. But I don't feel like it's going to be enough. I feel like Baltimore is going to regain their confidence because they lost a little bit when they got beat to shit by the fucking Bengals. And they're going to fucking reestablish themselves a little bit and beat up on the Bears, as most good teams do. Next up, we have the Saints at the Eagles. I'll go Eagles here because I still feel like the Saints are free falling. No matter how good that defense is, I don't see it. I mean, last year, you go back, the Eagles did beat the Saints with Jalen Hurts. This is back when Drew Brees was still the quarterback. They fucking, they shocked him. Hurts came in and he fucking He obliterated the Saints. They beat him down. He was a running fucking threat, and apparently that's the Saints quarterback. I mean, the Saints defense is fucking kryptonite. That's what it seems to me, at least. So yeah, I'm picking the Eagles here. Next up, Texans at the Titans. Easy pick here, Titans, all day. I know teams, lower tier teams, are capable of getting these upset wins, but the Texans are unfortunately not one of those teams, and the Titans will take care of business here, getting the 9-2. Next, we have a pretty interesting game, bit of a rivalry game. Washington at the Panthers. It's Ron Rivera, the former coach of the Panthers, going to take on the new old quarterback of the Panthers, good old Cam Newton. A few weeks back, who would have seen this shit coming? I mean, it absolutely makes sense for the Panthers to get Cam back in the fold. Darnold ain't fucking it. I mean, we all know that. We know this shit. Darnold ain't fucking. He ain't shit. Pretty much. Who will win this game? Washington just lost Chase Young. That's gonna hurt them big time. They gave up literally everything just to beat the Buccaneers. Unfortunately, they've probably fucked themselves for the rest of the year. I see Cam getting revenge on his old coach for not wanting to bring him in. He's gonna Superman all over the Washington football team. Yeah, Panthers win here. Next, we got the Bengals at the Raiders. On paper, it looks like kind of a good game. Bengals have been a bit of a fucking slide the last couple weeks, if you want to call it that, and it's just not been pretty. It's not been fucking pretty at all, dude. And the Raiders have been doing it too. That's why I have more faith in the Bengals than the Raiders, obviously. So I'm going to say the Bengals bounce back here and get a kind of close win over the Raiders, who are trying to salvage their season as well. Next up, we have the Cardinals at the Seahawks. I believe Kyler will be back for this game. I'm not sure about D-Hop. The Seahawks do have Russell Wilson back. It could be a fucking down to the wire game. These two teams have had fucking great games in the past. I don't feel like it'll be one of them though. I see the Cardinals winning a very low scoring affair, maybe like a fucking 13-7 type ball game. Next up we have our game of the week, Cowboys at the Chiefs. And damn, man, this is where it gets tricky here, because They both have very fucking potent offenses, man. Like these are top 5 offenses, fucking maybe top 3 offenses going at it. The defenses are kind of on each side, so you know it's just gonna be fucking fireworks. As far as who's gonna win though, whoever has the ball last, honestly, and who I think is going to win this game, I believe it's the Chiefs. I believe the Chiefs win maybe like a walk-off field goal at the end. Like a very, very tight fucking game. Maybe like a fucking 35-38 type deal. Something like that. With the Chiefs just barely getting out of there with the W. They're refining themselves. At 6-4, they're starting to figure out who the fuck they are again. And that's scary for the rest of the league. Mainly the AFC. So yeah, not to take anything away from the Cowboys, but the Chiefs they're feeling themselves again. That's fucked up, dude. It's bad news for the NFL. Next up, we have the Sunday night game. It's the Steelers at the Chargers, and god damn it, dude, it's another fucking primetime Steelers game. I can't, bro. I get they're the fucking Steelers, but I can't, bro. This shit sucks, man. Anyways, Chargers are going to win this game. It won't really establish them as anything, but it'll more so put the Steelers back in their place, send them to 5-4-1, and they're still in the picture. They're still in the mix for everything. They'll get some more fucking easy dubs. Unfortunately, they're going to hang around for a little while. Hopefully the Chargers just fucking dispose of them quickly. Just get them out of the picture. Get them out of my fucking sight. Chargers are going to get the dub. And last but not least, it's the Monday night game for the preview. Giants at the Buccaneers. This game kicked ass last year. It really fucking did, dude. It was down to the wire. it was just back and forth. I mean, it came down to a missed 2-point conversion at the end, which kind of sucked. I wanted to see this game go into overtime. Maybe we'll get something close to that. I see Tampa getting the W here, maybe a little more convincingly than they did last year, because Tampa and Brady have been on a slump lately. They haven't been feeling themselves. And I feel like this is what's going to take to fucking get them back to who they were. This is very important for the Bucs to win, and I'm going to pick them to do it. All right, so that was the NFL Week 11 preview. I hope you all enjoyed that. And altogether, that was the doubleheader for this week, boys and girls, and people of all ages. All right, so without further ado, y'all have a good day. Take it easy. Have a good one. And as always, remember, stay high.